All right, so hooking up the LED strip to a 2019 1500 Ram under the hood here. Basically, you'll just attach it to the AGS system with zip ties, just 4 zip ties. In the center here, I have the zip ties. If you look closely, there's a space between the AGS, the actual shutters, and the top of the device there. So I zip tied those really tight on those two here in the middle. Previously I had this on for about 3 months with only these outer ones, and they actually broke. So just because the AGS, when you turn on your truck, the AGS will do a test, turn on and off, and then also while you're driving, obviously they'll come on and off, and after about 4 months of doing that, it broke them. So what I did this time, we're gonna give it a shot. I put these two super tight because the AGS won't actually come in contact with those. But then on the outer ones, basically the outer ones are just here to keep it on a warm day from drooping down in the center, just kind of keep them upright. So, but what I did on these, just left the zip ties a little loose so the AGS system can actually push the zip ties up, come back down, push it up, come back down. Should keep them from breaking. Only time will tell, I suppose, but the center ones will at least keep it nice and secure in there, and the outer ones just keep it from falling. As for the power, you just run the power on the edge. That goes to a brain, so there's not that many wires to deal with, but on the brain, it does have, I believe, 4 wires. I only use the power and the ground. This particular bar, you can switch colors, switch patterns, switch speed, but I just leave it right there all the time, so I don't care about all the other stuff. So I just do the power. As for power, you don't want this coming on, you don't want this on while you're driving. So my suggestion is to use a relay to have it turn off when your truck turns on, and have it turn on when your truck turns off. That's how I have mine powered, so that when I'm driving down the road, I'm not worried about a cop getting excited that I'm running a red light in the front of my truck. So as for a relay, here's your relay. I will give you more information on this here. 1 second. So I use a relay to power the device on when my truck is off, and power it off when my truck is on. So not really easy to see those numbers, so I actually drew a little diagram for you guys here. So what you want to do, the 30 is going to be your constant power. So that's going to go to your battery or wherever you want the power coming from. You can use an inline fuse there. I would suggest just to, your relay. Some relays have a fuse in them. If not, you want to put a fuse between the battery and the relay. So from 30, then you have your 85 as your ground. So you're just going to ground that at your battery or wherever you like to ground your stuff. And then 86 is your switch. So if you're wanting to use a relay for an actual device, then you'll hook a switch into this. If you're wanting to automate the process, then you will want to hook your 86 into a fuse that alternates with your vehicle. So when you turn the vehicle on, 86 will switch on. When you turn your vehicle off, 86 will switch off. So find whatever fuse in your vehicle will do that. 87, if you're powering, so again, if you're using a switch, or even on this, if you want to have some lights or anything coming on automatically when you turn your vehicle on, that's going to be 87. So you're going to use 87 to power any standard devices the normal way, conventional way you would think to power anything. Now what happens is when your switch tells your relay, hey, I'm off, there's a switch in here that'll switch over to 87A. So this is actually where you'll power your anything that you want to have turn on when the truck turns off or vehicle turns off. So 86, switch it off. There's a switch in here that goes 87A. Switch it on, it goes back from 87A back over to 87. So it's kind of cool. You can actually automate quite a bit of stuff in your vehicle. If you want to have some false security lights, or I don't know, whatever you may want to have come on when your truck is off here. And then if you have subs or maybe some daytime running lights or anything that you want to have turn on when your vehicle is on, then you'll power it up here on 87. So 30 is power, 85 is ground, 86 is your switch, however you want to tell everything to turn on and off. 87 is when your switch is on, 87A is when your switch is off. All right, so to see the relay in action, as you see, my truck is off and that red light is on. And then, so that's on the 87A side. On the 87 side, I have a fuse bank that I have some accessory lights plugged into. So when the truck turns on, it'll turn on that fuse bank, which will turn on some accessory lights and will turn off that red light. That turned on the 87 side, turned on the fuse bank, turned on the DRLs of my headlights, turned on the lights on either side of the wreath or the Ram logo, turned on the hood light. So if I turn my truck, it actually turns on my sport bar lights as well. So then I turn my truck off, turns all that off, turns the red light back on.